Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Moon Directed. I know I've been gone a while. So I actually just wanted to touch base with you. I am getting ready to start the readings for this week. I want to thank everybody that sent me messages, checked in on me to see if I was doing okay. Are you coming back? How's it going? I'm sorry I was gone longer than I thought I was going to be gone, but I needed to be gone. I did a lot of healing work that was necessary. Those eclipses were beating the crud out of me. I can't even tell you. I have a lot of planets in Cancer, and then my rising is in Capricorn, and everything is, and I've got Neptune in Pisces, where it's actually sitting right there on top of my Neptune in Pisces. And so it was a summer of some really deep diving, healing, clarity on where I want to go next, what I'm going to do about a lot of things in my life. And so I spent the summer, I had to change my work habits due to COVID. So I clean my clients' homes for 5 days, and then I go shopping on the sixth day, and then I isolate and take a COVID test, and I go back and do it again. But that gives me, basically 9 days to work on this. And so I spent the time taking astrology courses, doing spiritual development courses. I did a lot of, as Stephen Covey would call it, sharpening the saw. I was really healing. I did healing work with a couple of different healers, got into my Akashic records with Alma Lightworker, worked with Jenny Burak, who works with Archangel Metatron, and St. Michael showed up, and Mother Mary. And so we did some healing work, and I really recommend both of them. I will put them in the description box below. I can't encourage those two healing sessions enough for you. And then I spent a lot of time at the beach. I needed the water. I have a lot of water in my chart. It needs time at the beach for healing. So I would drive on those weeks I wasn't working up to a state park. It's like an hour away. And twice during the week, I would drive up there and just lay on the beach like it was my job, which was really cool. I want to show you something. I found the first day I was there, I found this. I was like, what? That piece of driftwood looks like an arrowhead, but it actually is. It actually is. Well, actually, this isn't what I found. This is what I found. And it was actually a spearhead, because I found an arrowhead later, which is much smaller. It was super cool, right? See? Very cool stuff. And then I found an arrowhead that was not completed, but you can see, if you could get really close, you could see the scrapings and the marks on it. And I found a tomahawk head. So cool. So I was like, why am I getting all these? And then I heard they're the tools of a warrior. And I'm like, oh, because I was doing some seriously hard work. And also, arrowheads and spearheads, they're like, what direction do you want to go in? And the tomahawk is, are you going to do the work? And so it's been a summer of finding my balance and finding my purpose. I like defining it down. So I worked on my website. I actually just have a couple of hours left of work to do on that, and so that'll be launched soon. I'm in the process of creating a curriculum, and I have a test cohort for it, for a program that I plan to launch at the end of December, in time for January, that will be about how to really, that self-empowering self-mastery. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it yet, but that is what I'm working toward. And so there's just a lot of really cool, neat things been happening for me on that level. As you can see, I'm not in the same space. I know it's a little echoey, but I moved in here. I'm going to kind of show you around a little. I didn't really have any furniture because I was going to be moving to Florida, so I bought patio furniture so that I can still make that decision later or not. I obviously need to get a rug though to cut down on the echo. But I have a lot of space. I have floor to do yoga on, and it's been really great. It's been really great. And so I want to thank you all for your patience. I want to thank you all for your understanding. I want to thank you all for the love. Those of you that sent it to me by saying so, and those of you who are thinking it and going, when is she coming back? So when I get off of here, I am going to go ahead and upload this and put this out there, and then on Monday morning, I'm going to release a video, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm kind of changing the format because one of the problems was energy balance. I was not in an energetic balance because I was putting in my Capricorn rising way too much work in without receiving the energy back. It's in that Cancer nurturing and not getting the energy back, and so having to put my life back in balance. So I am still going to do the moon astrology, but I'm going to do it in one video for everybody. So we'll cover the moon astrology for the week, and then I will go through and I will pull cards for each sign. We'll timestamp them, and that way it'll free me up from doing, 24 hours a week to put those videos together. So that'll give me some more time to work on other things, and we'll go from there because I haven't really had time to think about it. Oh, I know one thing I wanted to tell you guys. So I want to talk to you about being in energetic flow. How important it is when you finally get in flow with the energy of spirit and what's going on around you. And so what happened was back in June, I said, with COVID, I really can't have a roommate and be able to isolate and protect my clients. And plus, I gifted my roommate with COVID when I had it, so because I like to share like that. So we both had antibodies, which was nice, and it gave us some time to figure things out, but I definitely needed my own space. So I started looking for a place, and it took me 3 months. It took me 3 months to find a place. I'd have a place, and they'd be like, yeah, you can move in, and then it would disappear. Honestly, that's what I was like. All of a sudden, they wouldn't return my calls or whatever. There was some weird, it was really random and weird the way things went down. And so then I ended up here. So I'm like, okay, so I guess this is where I'm supposed to be. And I had an apartment lined up, and then they call me and they say, well, first when I went to sign up for the apartment, they're like, well, she starts writing the contract for the apartment that I'm actually in right now. And I said, that's not the one I came to see. I wanted the other one. And she goes, oh, okay. And then 2 weeks before I was supposed to move in there, they call me and they say, those people aren't moving out, but we still have that other apartment. So I don't know why I'm in this apartment, but I'm supposed to be. So I'm in this apartment. And so there was that happened, and it has been updated, and it has these wood floors, and it's kind of nice. So I'm moving my stuff, and I have a rule because I've been moving so much lately, and I was downsizing to move to Florida, that if I can't carry it up those 3 flights of stairs, it's not going up there. So, I was hauling my stuff, and on the second trip of hauling my stuff, the car did something really weird, and I'm like, what's up with that? What's up with that? And so, what was up with that is that the subframe of my car was going out and the wheels were literally coming off. But I was unaware because you can't see underneath it. So I had parked the car. I found a local guy to look at it, and he's like, take a look at this up on the hoist. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was all under warranty. The additional work that needed to be done, they did it for parts only. The place that I went to also rented U-Haul, so I was able to keep moving. And then on top of all that, my ex-husband's still paying child support. My kids moved out, gosh, like a decade ago, almost. He's still paying child support, and that $1,200 from the COVID relief package, the government grabbed it and sent it to me, and I didn't even know that. And that was, so I always say I always have more than enough, and there's always more on the way. And it literally paid for, with $120 extra, all of what it cost me to rent the car, rent the U-Haul, get my car fixed. That's being in flow. That's really being in flow. And then there's always more on the way. I got another bonus of $900 that popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I really want to encourage you to look around your life and go, okay, so this is a situation, right? I could have rolled that car. So many things could have gone wrong, and it didn't. So when you have a situation that comes up, start looking for the blessings in it. Look for the synchronicities. Look for getting in flow, because right now, The planets in the Capricorn are starting to go direct. They are asking you to take the lessons that you have learned and how can you integrate them into your life, and how can you get into flow, and how are you going to transform your life moving forward, so that when we get to December 21st, when Saturn and Jupiter hold hands at 0 degrees of Aquarius and move into Aquarius on the winter solstice, yeah, that's some kind of change. We are going to move into the age of Aquarius. So are you ready? Have you been doing the work? If not, there's still time. Just start moving forward and let Spirit come along and pick you up and carry you. And I will see you on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. You take care, and so much love. Really, I can't tell how much I appreciate everybody hanging in there. And we'll talk soon. You take care.